Within the CABI Academy, you will often come across the quiz activity, and in particular at the end of the course as the final assessment. So in this case, I'm going to go into the foundation assessment. And when you come into the quiz, there'll be some information which will tell you things like how long you've got, how many questions, and what the pass score is for this particular quiz. I am going to click on the button to attempt quiz. And because this has a time limit, a little pop-up appears. It tells me what that time limit is, in this case 2 hours, and then I will start the attempt when I'm ready. So you will see the question and then various options. So in this case, I can select one, and then I go on to the next page, and you just work your way through the quiz, answering the questions as you go. If you get to a question where you don't know the answer, you can flag the question, and what that will do is it will act as a reminder to come back to it later on. So on the right hand side where I've got the quiz navigation, you can see there are 20 boxes, one for each question. The 3 that have turned grey are the ones that I've already answered. I've just flagged this one, so I've got a little red triangle in the corner of the square. If the navigation isn't initially visible, then you click on this arrow icon to make it visible. So if I just work through, I can then go on to the next question. Now in this case, rather than there being circles where I can only tick one option, this particular question allows me to select one or more options. And again, because I've got squares, it allows me to choose multiple options. And I can work my way through the quiz, just going question by question. If I want to jump back to the one that I flagged, at the top right where I've got the quiz navigation, I can click on the number that's got the red triangle. It will then take me back to that particular question, which I can then answer, and I can work my way through as per before until all of the boxes have turned grey. When you get to the final question in the quiz and you answer it, you'll then have the option to finish attempt. It will then give you a summary to make sure that you've answered all of the questions. And then the important thing here is we click on the button to submit all and finish. It will make sure that you want to submit all. So yes, we have to repeat. And it will then give me a summary. So it's told me that I've scored 35 out of 100. I haven't achieved the pass score, which would be 80%. So if I wanted to do it again, I would then click on the reattempt quiz button and I would go through the process again. So that's the foundation assessment. If the course has a practitioner assessment, it's very, very similar. It is a quiz tool. It will give you some information at the top. The difference with this one is rather than you being given 20 questions with one question per page, you'll be given a scenario which appears at the top, and then you'll have 10 questions which all relate to that one scenario. So you have to go around and choose the options that you want for each of the questions. Again, a circle means that you can choose one item and it will only allow you to choose one. Where you have squares, you can select one or more, and you would just work your way down. Once you've answered that first set of 10, you click on next page, it will take you to question 2, and then you will submit and finish exactly the same as before.